Hey guys, how's it hanging everybody? This is StormPow, and man, this is kind of a sentimental video for me to make actually. And the reason for that is because right at about a year ago from today, I started live streaming on Twitch and making content here on YouTube again. And it's been a wild year, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys 5 of the biggest things that I learned throughout this year that I wish I knew earlier. And to give you just a little bit of background on me, my name is Darren, but I go by StormPow here on YouTube, and I also stream at twitch.tv/thestormpow. But before I did all this, where I make videos here kind of talking about the live streaming culture and everything and how to grow your content or make better content, I was actually a YouTuber on my old YouTube channel called The StormPow, where I made videos of Dragon Ball and other anime games, and I accumulated a following of about 50,000 subscribers while I was in high school, and quit doing YouTube due to burnout, and went and got a real job, and did that for about 4 years of an entire hiatus and break from YouTube. But now I'm back, and yes, I've had to start completely over because I can't get access to that old YouTube account, and of course YouTube doesn't really want to help out with that. And it's been very humbling to me going from somebody who had 50,000 subscribers and could upload a video and pretty much instantly get tens of thousands of views on it, and go live on Twitch and get close to 100 viewers, to where now I'm under 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. If I upload a video and it gets 100 views within a day or two, I'm elated by that. And if I'm live to more than 10 or 15 people, I'm also like shocked at the success. And this has not been a bad thing. This has honestly allowed me to be more humble and allowed me to learn a lot of the tools and tricks of the trade to become a better content creator. And I know the views don't reflect it, but I know personally that I like my content more now than I did back then. And honestly, that's what matters to me. I know that I will find success on this channel, but having put all this work into it, it's gonna be all the more satisfying. And I know that that sounded like some cheesy Instagram caption, so let's just go ahead and stop all that sappy stuff. I had to give y'all my little motivational story. Let's get into the video. Tip number 1 is find a niche, and I'll probably talk more about this one than any of the other ones because I feel like there's a lot of arguments to it. A lot of people, and myself included, want to be variety streamers where we just sit down and play whatever game we're playing and, go live and expect to keep the same viewership every single time that we go live. The important thing to know is that for pretty much everybody watching this video, your viewers are going to be watching your stream for you and for your personality. And I know that that may sound like, well, yeah, then that's why I can play whatever game I want or do whatever I want during my stream, and they're still going to enjoy it. And obviously, yes, there will be exceptions. There will be very loyal viewers of yours who really eat you up and will watch whatever you're doing no matter what time of day you're streaming or who else is streaming at the same time as you. They're going to be watching you no matter what you're doing. But for the most part here, you need to find some sort of niche that works for you. A lot of times I notice on my streams, and I know I'm not the only one, that when I do just chatting at the beginning of my streams, my viewer count is pretty decent. But then once I get tired of chatting and I say, all right, well, hey, I'm gonna hop in this game, my viewership usually goes in half. For the most part, people who are watching my stream are watching for me. They wanna interact with me, they wanna engage with me and ask me questions. And while I'm doing the just chatting, that's the perfect time. They may not be as interested in watching me play a game like Destroy All Humans, and that's totally fine. It's a hard pill to swallow, but you have to understand that there's a reason people are watching you. So find what that reason is. Find what you do that keeps a really high viewership and keep doing that. And again, you may be the kind of guy who can stream literally anything and you're gonna keep pretty much the same viewership. But for the most part, your viewers are either watching you for the game that you play, and in which case you need to stick to that. They may like you, but they also really like that game and they're mostly interested in you playing that game. Or it may be more like me, where they don't really give a crap about me actually playing video games. They just want to chat with me and engage with me. Especially if you're only streaming a few times a week, you need to capitalize in on that. I don't want to go an entire week of alienating my audience by playing some weird, obscure indie game that nobody's ever heard of or nobody cares about, and not have any engagement with my audience for a whole week. if I can only stream 2 or 3 times that week, then I want to mainly be focusing on doing just chatting, where I'm completely and wholly engaging with my audience and keeping their attention. Tip number 2 is keep your themes and overlays simple. And again, this is kind of a hard pill to swallow, because a lot of times we want to put a whole lot of work into making a really cool stream, and once we're done with it, we think that's it. People are going to know how professional I am because of how cool this overlay looks, and it definitely doesn't hurt. You don't want to have something that looks like crap, but honestly, you can go to any major game right now on Twitch and go to the most viewed channel, and I guarantee there's some games where the people just have their webcam over the game, and that's it. Like, and they have the stock built-in Streamlabs alerts, nothing custom at all, and they are rocking thousands of viewers. And I'm not talking crap about those people, obviously. I mean, they've figured it out. They're doing better than myself. Again, people are there for you. They want to engage with you, and they want to watch you be yourself and to talk with you and interact with you. Honestly, do not go and spend money on an overlay. If you have money to put into your stream, I recommend working on this stuff instead. Use that money to buy yourself some nice lights, because I used to be the same way. I used to stream with a layout and overlay set that cost me $40, and that thing was on sale. Normally it would have cost me like 80 or 90 bucks to get the overlay that I was using, but I spent 40 bucks on that and was streaming, and I, got a couple compliments here and there, but they were all from my existing viewer base. It's not like having that layout got me new viewers or made my channel blow up or anything like that. The people who already watch my streams just said, oh, hey, cool, I like your new layout. Looks nice, man. But all the while, my lighting was crap. There was harsh lighting. My forehead just had this massive glow on it, and there were shadows everywhere. You couldn't see any of that stuff on that shelf. And instead, I spent about 50 bucks recently and got some softbox lighting, to where now I don't look like I'm in this dark tunnel of harsh lighting and everything like that. You can see the room. I look a lot more inviting, and yeah, so don't spend the money on it. If you absolutely have got to, you cannot resist from paying somebody to make you a really professional looking layout, then go on Fiverr, spend no more than 15, 20 bucks on it, but do not go and spend, $100 on a cool overlay. Again, if you've got that kind of money, you need to invest that in your audio or in your lighting or something that your viewers will enjoy and appreciate a whole lot more. Tip number 3 is also a really hard pill to swallow, I think, for a lot of people, and it's that collabs and raids are really not that effective. And not to say that I don't appreciate every single raid that I get or every single person that has collaborated with me, but I've learned over the years that they really don't do a lot of good. It's fun when, you're streaming and you've got like 10 people, and then all of a sudden now you've got 200 people, and it's really great, and it gives you this boost of adrenaline. It'll boost your energy, and it will definitely expose your channel to a few people who otherwise may have not found it. But with raids, we all know that, of course, your viewership is really high for a second, and then it drops, and then you've got a couple of people that'll stay, a handful here and there, and you may get some follows out of it and everything like that, depending on who it was that raided you and why they raided you and everything. And with collaborations, you may have somebody on your stream, and then they'll tweet it out, hey, I'm live with @StormPow, and we're doing this and that, and you'll get a handful of followers from that, because people will say, oh, I want to go watch this guy that I enjoy watching, and he's live on StormPow's channel. Well, let me go follow StormPow so that way I don't miss that. What ends up happening a lot of the time is that they will unfollow from you shortly after that stream. Now, of course, there are ways to prevent that, by having similar content as that person. If you have a very similar personality and you do very similar type of stuff, your chances of retaining those people are a lot higher. But a lot of the times they followed you just because they wanted to catch that stream with that one person. And same with raids. I know that there have been times where I've been watching a streamer that I really enjoy and they raided somebody at the end, and so I wanted to show some support and go check out the person that they were raiding, and I end up liking the stream that I'm in, so I follow that person, because I want to show support and I want to be a part of this raid and show them that the person I was originally watching has such a great and loving community. But most of those people, honestly, I have very seldom ended up watching because I just stumbled into them and you know, I never really had that chance to get like very connected with them. And again, there are exceptions to this. You know, I know that there are some people in my chat that watch my streams that came from raids or, you know, came from collaborations. So not to say that you shouldn't do them at all, but you shouldn't make them the main focus. I was spending way more time trying to focus on who to collab with and how to collab with them than I was actually thinking on how to make better content. And that is a mistake. If you can find somebody to collab with you, you know, pretty easily, or you just so happen to get a raid, that's great. You know, it's not a bad thing by any means, but don't make that your main focus. I know that we're all out here thinking, well, if I can just get a shout out from this huge streamer, or if I can get a raid from this big streamer, then that's it. That's gonna, you know, start everything and put it into momentum, and you're just waiting for that. Don't do that, because it won't be as big of an impact on your channel as you think it will. Work on making good content. Next up, this is a hard to swallow pill that I have not yet really swallowed myself, but there is definitely some validity in having a schedule or having some sort of consistency. Now, my work schedule, you know, because I work a day job full time on top of being a content creator, it doesn't really allow me to have a very consistent schedule for my streaming. I can't necessarily go and say, hey, I'm gonna be live every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time. As much as I would love to do that, I can't. And it's not the end of the world that I can't, but I definitely know that it would be a lot better if I had some sort of consistency where my viewers could know for sure that I will be live on these days of the week at this time, so that way they could set aside their schedule and be there for that if they want to. Whereas right now, I am relying strictly on my viewers not having anything better to do at the time that I go live. I'm relying on them just sitting around watching Netflix and seeing a notification on their phone saying, hey, StormPow just went live, and well, sure, I guess I can watch that instead of this. I know that my viewer count would be a lot better if I could just simply tell them to start counting on me being live at certain times or certain days of the week at the very least. Have some sort of consistency. I'm not a very big streamer at all. Like I said, I normally stream to about 10 or most of the time even a little bit less than that viewers. But I still have people tweet me saying, hey, is there a stream tonight? Or they'll ask in the Discord server, hey, is there a stream tonight? And you know, that's not a problem. It's my own fault for not having a very consistent schedule. It shows that my viewers are interested in watching a stream of mine. They would definitely want to watch me. It's just that my lack of consistency is missing out on potential viewership. So work a schedule in. I'm working on that myself, trying to find out a good time for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys that I've learned that this year, and you need to start implementing some sort of schedule. Make it as specific as you can, but I understand, you know, some people can't necessarily have a very specific schedule because your normal, you know, real life schedule is back and forth or very sketchy. So, you know, do what you can and do your best. The last tip is community is key. If you noticed, I talked about people tweeting at me, people posting in my Discord server, you know, wanting to know when I'm going live. And I think that one of the best things you can do early on in your streaming career is make sure that you have got social media on every single major platform, you know, mostly Instagram and Twitter in addition to your Twitch and YouTube, but you also want to make a Discord server. It's completely free and really easy to set up, and it's a great way for your more loyal viewers to connect with you. When your viewers tweet at you, tweet them back, or at the very freaking least, like their comment. You are not too big to act like you don't have time to read through your notifications. I know you got time to read through your notifications every now and then. Literally, you can be sitting on the fucking toilet, reading through your tweets and replying to your viewers, or going in your Discord server and checking the general chat and just posting a little something. It is the easiest thing to do that will engage your audience and keep them connected with you. And this is especially important if you're like me and you can't stream every day of the week. This is a good way to keep people remembering who you are, even though you may only be able to go live 2 or 3 times a week. You know, you can tweet every day or post something in your Discord server every single day. And you may say, well, you know, I only stream to 2 people most of the time, so what's really the point in having a Discord server with 2 people? I don't care. Go ahead and make that Discord server now, and you'll start building that up slowly. If nothing else, then you'll be very closely knit with your 2 viewers, and you can nurture them and retain them. Make sure that those 2 viewers don't turn into 1 viewer or 0 viewers due to lack of engagement. I don't know why I got so angry or riled up on that one, but hey, it happens. So these are again the 5 biggest things that I learned and that I wanted to share with you guys who are also maybe small streamers or maybe even bigger than me streamers, but you know, are looking for something to kind of bring revival to your channel or improve your content, because there's never a bad time to do that. But anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video and you've made it this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Also, be sure to give the video a thumbs up if you've made it this far and you enjoyed it. I would appreciate it very much if you would consider subscribing to my YouTube channel or following my Twitch. I'm working towards 1,000 subscribers here and 1,000 followers on Twitch right now. So, you know, any help at all whatsoever to that, I would greatly appreciate it, and I would love you forever. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you have a nice day, and goodbye.